I mean, so for example, like her stuff is still in my apartment. She comes back in less than 2 months. I don't know if I should just send her the stuff, if I should let her come get it. I don't know if I should try to chase after her. I mean, I've never been in love before, and this woman I was definitely in love with.
And why don't you just send her stuff so you don't have to deal with it anymore? Tyler, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thank you, Tyler.
I'm in the following state, Jesse.
What's wrong?
Well, I just ordered your book, The 7 Steps, the Guide to Financial and Spiritual and Family Success.
It's an amazing little pocket guide, the 7 guaranteed steps to spiritual, family, and financial success. And if you do it, Tyler, it will work. But if you just read it but don't do it, it's not going to work.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Jesse, listen, I'm newly watching your show. I think I love all of your interviews. I think you're really funny, but you actually let people, speak and tell their truth. And I like how you go back and forth with them. And one of the things I think is so important is that, you're helping young men so that they're not in the fallen state. And, I think the biggest thing that gets us there is money and women. And I'm going through a really tough breakup with a woman that I thought was the one. Now, I'm getting older. I'm 41. She was 29. And the mistake I made was I think she was coming out of a relationship, and then I tried to go into a relationship, right away with her, even though we've known each other for years. And, she just dropped me like it was nothing. So I'm just really hurting, and I don't know what to do.
Were you married to her?
No, we were dating actually long distance for like 10 months. We went to Asia together. We made plans together. We were very, very serious. And but she just she wanted her freedom, I guess, too bad. And so, she stepped out, and that just turned into something I couldn't handle.
And so so now you guys are broken up, and you say you don't know what to do. What do you mean?
So for example, like her stuff is still in my apartment. She comes back in less than 2 months. I don't know if I should just send her the stuff, if I should let her come get it. I don't know if I should try to chase after her. I've never been in love before, and this woman I was definitely in love with.
And why don't you just send her stuff so you don't have to deal with it anymore?
Because I'm still holding on.
Yeah. And your question for me is what?
My question for you is this something that I try to figure out, because this is the first time I've ever been in love, really, after all these years. I've been married and divorced, and
you've been married. You've been married before?
Yep.
And you have children?
2 children.
Oh, okay. And so you've been married before. You say you were not in love with your wife?
No, not at all. She got pregnant, and we had a family together, and tried to make it work, but just wasn't there.
Oh, I see. And so what made you think you're in love now?
Because this woman had everything that, I thought I wanted. And
like what, for example?
Well, I never really had a strong relationship with my mother. This woman kept a great house. She was very loving, very motherly. I felt like she let me in. And, when you have that soulful connection, when someone's telling you, they're your world, they're your puzzle piece, they're your soulmate, you have those deep, intimate connections, you have that bond.
So you feel like she was your mother?
I don't feel like she was my mother, but I felt like as much as I gave her, she gave it right back to me. In today's world, Jesse, these American women, they just take.
Right.
They don't want to give back to you. And this woman was giving back to me so much, and so I felt that the love was reciprocated.
And what made you think that you were in love, though?
What made me think I was in love? Because, I yearned for this woman. Like, I loved everything from her humor, her personality, the way she looked at the world, the way she would talk about our future together, everything that comes with that human emotion of being in love with someone. That's what I felt for her.
And so is it painful now that she's gone?
Oh, man. I'm like walking around, I work from home, so I'm walking around my apartment. I'm in a new city. I don't have any friends. you know, so I'm hurting because she was basically my world. She was living, you know, in a time zone that was like 13 hours ahead. So I'd be waking up early. I'd call her on the phone. I'd stay up late to talk to her, you know, and I mean, it was really tough. Any long distance relationship is going to be exhausting, but I just felt like we had that bond, that we were so tight that we could get through it.
And so now it's painful that she's gone, right?
Yeah, because I mean,
And what does the
like,
pain feel like? Describe the pain.
Oh man, nauseous, depressed, sick, hurting. You know, feels like just emotional roller coaster. Like I'm just lost.
I understand, man. I understand. Why do you call love pain? In love, there is no pain in love. Why do you call that love when there is no pain? No such thing as pain in when you have love.
I guess that's a good way to look at it, because
No, that was a question. Why do you call the pain you feel love?
I don't know if I'm calling it love, Jesse. I mean, like, I loved her, and now she doesn't love me. It was what it feels like. So of course I'm feeling pain. I think anybody would.
I've been through that. I know what you mean. I used to drive up and down the dock of the bay when I broke up with a girl. I thought I couldn't make it. But let me tell you, this is the best thing so far that could be happening for you in your life. It's the best thing because you made that woman your God. And now that your God is gone, you're missing that. You put her in the place of the true God. And all men who hate their mothers, the woman is their God. And every woman they get involved with is mama. And when mama's gone, then they feel it. And you have lost your God. It's a false God. And so you should be grateful for this time. Endure it so you can learn what you can see where you went wrong so you can overcome this. Otherwise, you're going to live in the cage of your imagination, and you're going to repeat this over and over and over again for years with different women. That you made her your God, and you should put no other person, place, or thing before God. Otherwise, this is what is going to happen. You're just missing your God. I would advise you to endure the pain and go through it. And don't blame her for what you feel, because it's not her fault that you made her your God. Like it's not your fault that she made you her God. And just like you got involved with her while you were breaking up with someone else, she's just going to do the same thing with someone else, some other weak man. But you should go through this, learn from it so you can overcome it. And next time you date, you're dating the right way.
Yeah, it always seems that either it's not the right time for me or not the right time for someone else. And I think I have a rescuer personality, so I see someone in need, you know, I want to try to bring them up and rescue them. And obviously that's not working.
And you can't even save yourself. Look what condition you're in right now. How are you going to help someone else when you can't even help yourself? And all those good feelings you had when you were with her, that was not love either. That was just all ego feeling too. You were worshiping your God because you had her with you, and it made the ego nature feel like you were in love. And so you felt good in love. Now you're feeling bad in love. It's up and down because it's not the real deal. It's fake. It's here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so have you forgiven your mother yet?
My mom and I had a really tumultuous relationship. She died about 5 years ago from cancer. So I had a really close relationship with her, but it was really difficult. So I don't know if I've forgiven my mom. I know you say to forgive your mother so that you can heal and move on. But
yeah, because look, the woman you were married to, that didn't work. This one is not working because you're trying to get something from them that they don't have. Women do not have love. Women don't have love. You can never get love from women because they don't have it. Love only comes from God. And there's God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. Love comes from above, not from below. And I'm telling you, Tyler, if you don't take advantage of this opportunity to see yourself so you can overcome this, you're going to spend a lifetime repeating it over and over. And you'll think that this new woman, another woman is better than this woman, and another one, it'll just be the same thing over and over again. That's what happens when we live in our imagination. We're living in a cage, and all we do for a lifetime, except for those who wake up, you just repeat the same thing over and over again. Maybe with a different person in a different location, but it's the same thing. It can always turn out like this until you change it by overcoming. So be glad that she's gone. Watch the pain that you're feeling. Don't hate the pain. Don't blame her. See that you were not able to see what you were getting into, and you will have it. You'll get through this, and you will not repeat it, and you will have an amazing life. But you made that woman your God.
Yeah, you're right, Jesse. You're right. I did.
And so, are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes, I have been doing the silent prayer.
Are you doing it every morning, every night?
Every morning, every night.
Stay with that. Endure this pain. Let every thought about that woman or anything, about you, about her, or anyone else, let it pass. And I promise you, man, you will never have to go through this again.
Thanks, Jesse. You're the real man. You're the real deal. I appreciate it, brother.
And you will be able to date again eventually, but it'll be in the right order. The woman would not be your God, and she would be subject to you, and you're not subject to her. You'll be subject to God, because women are subject to men, and men are subject to the Father.
I can't say this is the first time I've not wanted to just jump right out into another relationship.
Good. Don't do that.
I think I'm learning, but before I had just, gone from relationship to relationship and just didn't think the wiser of it.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I can't do that. I can't. I have no interest in anybody else. I'm still hung up on this girl, even though I know she's not right for me, because if she truly loved me, she wouldn't hurt me like that. And if I don't get my own self fixed, I can never be fixed for anybody else.
You're never going to be. I'm telling you, man, because you're trying to get something from them, and they're trying to get something from you. It's all egos trying to get something from another ego, and it's never going to work. It's not going to work. The next woman you get involved with, once you overcome all this, and if you get involved with another one, you're never going to do it trying to get something. Because you'll be free on the inside. You won't be looking for love. You won't be looking for anything. There will be no need to try to get something from someone else.
Mm.
So is she in another country or something?
Yeah, we were in the military together. I retired, and she's still in, and she's over there serving. And we had plans for her to get out and have a life together, and have kids and stuff. And we had known each other for a few years, and she was just in an abusive relationship. And
you tried to save her.
I did. I tried to save her and show her that, hey, listen, like, there's great guys out there, and I tried to give her everything, and I took her places.
And all you were doing while trying to pretend that you were trying to save her, you're really trying to save yourself. You're trying to get something for yourself, trying to get that fulfillment of that void you have while pretending saving her. You're trying to get something for yourself. So it was never love anyway. Are you black by chance, Tyler?
No, I'm white, but she was mixed. And
mixed with what?
She was black and white. My mom was black and
How come? Why do military men think that women in the military make for a good wife or mother?
Oh, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't think that. I've never wanted to date a chick in the military. I'm not saying they're not good people or whatever, but just for me, it's like, imagine if you were in the service and you were 1%, right? You were a male, and the rest was 99% female. I mean, look at all the opportunities, and you got your pick of the litter. So
you have there are a lot of women there you could be having sex with in the military.
I mean, if like the women can, I mean, the men far outnumber the women. So,
But I've
the
always
women-
heard that, and I could be wrong, and I counsel a lot of military men and women. I've heard that military women has a bad reputation of sleeping around, and that they don't make for good wives and mothers because they already feel equal to a man anyway, and they would never want to. They would never make that sacrifice to be in the proper role that they should be in.
I mean, I'm certainly sure there's some truth to that. I mean, I know from my experience that's probably been the case. I think a lot of times it's just women don't know what they want, especially women that join the military. They're trying to get away, just like the guys are. They're trying to escape to something else, thinking that the military is going to take them somewhere and get them away from something.
Well, what they're looking for is within them. It's not in the military. Let me ask, how old are your children with your first wife?
16 and 18.
And why not just be available for them?
My daughter and I don't have a great relationship. My son and I have a decent relationship, but they're older. I mean, they've got their own lives. They got their own stuff going on. So parents aren't cool. They're not trying to hang with.
So here's what I recommend, but because of time here, do the silent prayer morning and night. Ship that woman all the stuff that belongs to her in your place, and then block her.
Okay.
Don't be begging. Learn from this, Tyler, so that you can overcome it. And there are no words to express how amazing your life will become. And you would never have to, because you would never make another person or another thing your God, you would never have to go through this again. And so when Satan telling you to call her up, text her, keep the things there so she would have to come and get them, he's setting you up for more pain, for you to start begging and whining and trying to get her back. Don't do that, man. Women hate men like that. They hate weak men.
Yeah.
And so send her the stuff, mail it to her, however you do it, UPS, and then take the pain. Don't call her up trying to get her back. Don't call her up pretending, I'm just trying to see how you're doing. None of that, because women can smell weak men.
No, I have that feeling from her, like she's already moved on. It's over, so no amount of me trying to reach out there is going to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. So work on yourself, man. Take the pain. Let all thoughts go by, because the thoughts will set you up to dig a deeper hole, to make you dig a deeper hole for yourself. And go through this, Tyler, and you'll be fine, man.
I appreciate it, Jesse.
All right, and then you would never make anyone else your God or anything, all right?
I don't plan on it, man. I appreciate the advice.
Let me know how it goes.
I sure will. Thanks, Jesse.
All right, buddy.